You might be surprised at the simple yet powerful eco-friendly solutions that can effectively control tomato hornworms. From beneficial insects to homemade sprays, this comprehensive guide reveals the secrets to protecting your tomato plants naturally, ensuring your harvest remains bountiful while keeping your garden ecosystem healthy and thriving. Welcome back to Smart Garden, where we explore sustainable gardening practices that work in harmony with nature. Today, we're tackling one of the most destructive pests that can devastate your tomato harvest in just days: the infamous tomato hornworm. These voracious caterpillars can strip entire tomato plants bare, leaving behind nothing but stems and shattered dreams of fresh, homegrown tomatoes. If you've ever walked into your garden to find your prized tomato plants looking like they've been through a paper shredder, you've likely encountered these green invaders. The damage they inflict is both swift and severe, with a single hornworm capable of consuming an entire tomato plant's foliage in mere days. But here's the good news: you don't need harsh chemicals or expensive treatments to win this battle. Nature provides us with incredibly effective, eco-friendly solutions that not only eliminate these pests, but actually strengthen your garden's overall health and resilience. Before we dive into solutions, it's crucial to know exactly what we're dealing with. Tomato hornworms are the larval stage of the five-spotted hawk moth, also known as the sphinx moth. These impressive caterpillars can grow up to 4 inches long and are masters of camouflage, sporting a vibrant green color that perfectly matches tomato plant foliage. Their most distinctive feature is the prominent horn projecting from their rear end, which, despite its intimidating appearance, is completely harmless. What makes these pests particularly challenging is their incredible appetite and rapid growth rate. A single hornworm can consume vast amounts of foliage, stems, and even green tomatoes in a surprisingly short time. They prefer to feed during the cooler parts of the day, early morning and evening, which often allows them to cause significant damage before being detected. The telltale signs of their presence include large, irregular holes in leaves missing foliage and distinctive black droppings scattered around the base of your plants. Early detection is absolutely critical because hornworms can quickly multiply and spread throughout your tomato patch. Adult moths lay their eggs on tomato plant leaves in late spring and early summer, and these eggs hatch within about a week. The resulting caterpillars immediately begin their feeding frenzy, growing rapidly through 5 distinct growth stages before pupating in the soil. Understanding this life cycle is key to implementing effective control strategies that break the reproduction cycle and prevent future infestations. The most immediate and effective method for controlling hornworms is hand-picking, though this does require a keen eye and a bit of patience. Since hornworms are expertly camouflaged, look for the damage they cause rather than the caterpillars themselves. Fresh droppings and missing foliage are your best clues. When you spot damage, examine the surrounding area carefully. Hornworms are usually nearby. Once found, simply remove them by hand and dispose of them in soapy water. While this might seem labor-intensive, it's remarkably effective for small to medium-sized gardens and, honestly, provides immediate results. Nature's own pest control army offers some of the most elegant solutions to hornworm problems. Beneficial insects, particularly parasitic wasps, are incredibly effective natural predators. Braconid wasps are especially valuable allies in this battle. These tiny wasps lay their eggs inside hornworm larvae, and the developing wasp larvae eventually kill their hosts. You'll recognize parasitized hornworms by the white, rice-like cocoons protruding from their bodies. When you see these cocoons, just leave the hornworm alone. It's already doomed, and the emerging wasps will help control future populations. Creating an environment that attracts these beneficial insects is, honestly, pretty straightforward and rewarding. Plant flowers like sweet alyssum calendula and yarrow near your tomato plants to provide nectar sources for adult parasitic wasps. Also, avoid using broad-spectrum insecticides which kill beneficial insects along with pests, disrupting the natural balance you're trying to establish. For larger infestations or when immediate action is needed, Bacillus thuringiensis, commonly known as BT, provides an excellent organic solution. This naturally occurring soil bacterium produces proteins that are toxic specifically to caterpillars, while remaining completely safe for humans, pets, and beneficial insects. When hornworms consume Bt-treated foliage, they stop feeding within hours and die within days. Apply Bt spray in the evening when hornworms are most active, and make sure to get thorough coverage of all plant surfaces. Reapplication may be necessary after rain or heavy watering. Another effective eco-friendly approach involves creating homemade deterrent sprays using common household ingredients. A mixture of water, mild dish soap, and cayenne pepper can make tomato plants less appealing to hornworms without causing harm to the plants or beneficial insects. Neem oil, derived from the neem tree, acts as both a feeding deterrent and growth regulator, disrupting the hornworm life cycle while remaining safe for organic gardening practices. The most effective pest management strategy honestly focuses on prevention rather than treatment. Healthy, vigorous tomato plants are naturally more resistant to pest damage and can better withstand hornworm feeding. This all starts with soil health. Rich, well-draining soil that's amended with compost provides tomato plants with the nutrients they need to develop strong natural defenses. Regular feeding with organic fertilizers and maintaining consistent moisture levels really help keep plants robust and resilient. Companion planting offers another powerful tool in your hornworm prevention arsenal. Certain plants naturally repel hornworms or attract their predators, creating a more balanced garden ecosystem. Basil planted near tomatoes not only enhances the flavor of your tomatoes but also helps deter hornworms with its strong aromatic compounds. Dill attracts beneficial insects like parasitic wasps, while potentially confusing hornworm adults looking for egg-laying sites. Marigolds, nasturtiums, and borage also contribute to a diverse garden environment that naturally suppresses pest populations. Strategic crop rotation breaks the hornworm life cycle and prevents population buildup from year to year. Since hornworms pupate in the soil near where they fed, rotating your tomato planting locations disrupts this cycle. Avoid planting tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, or other nightshade family crops in the same location for consecutive years. Instead, rotate with legumes, brassicas, or root vegetables to maintain soil health while breaking pest cycles. Encouraging beneficial wildlife in your garden creates long-term pest control solutions that work around the clock. Birds like wrens, chickadees, and nuthatches are voracious insect eaters that can, honestly, significantly reduce hornworm populations. Providing birdhouses, water sources, and diverse plantings attracts these feathered allies to your garden. Similarly, encouraging predatory insects by maintaining habitat diversity and avoiding pesticide use creates a naturally balanced ecosystem where pest outbreaks are less likely to occur. Successfully managing tomato hornworms without resorting to harsh chemicals demonstrates the power and elegance of working with nature rather than against it. These eco-friendly approaches not only solve immediate pest problems, but contribute to building a healthier, more resilient garden ecosystem that becomes increasingly self-regulating over time. By implementing these strategies, you're not just protecting this season's tomato harvest, you're investing in the long-term health and productivity of your garden. The journey towards sustainable gardening practices rewards patience and observation with increasingly impressive results. Each season builds upon the last. As beneficial insect populations establish themselves, soil health improves, and your understanding of natural garden rhythms deepens. Remember that occasional pest presence is normal and even beneficial as it provides food sources for the predators and parasites that keep populations in check. Your success in battling hornworms naturally contributes to a larger movement toward environmental stewardship and sustainable food production. Every garden managed without synthetic pesticides represents a safe haven for pollinators, beneficial insects, and wildlife while producing healthier food for your family. These practices demonstrate that effective pest management and environmental responsibility aren't just compatible, they're synergistic, each strengthening the other. If this guide has helped you tackle your hornworm challenges, please subscribe to Smart Garden for more sustainable gardening solutions, and share this video with fellow gardeners who might be facing similar pest pressures. Your support helps us continue creating content that empowers gardeners to grow food naturally while nurturing the environment we all depend on.